All right, by now you know how Foodies works. Each episode we take you to different towns, bars, restaurants, hangouts. This episode though, we're shaking things up a bit. Crazy stuff. This time we're going to a whole bunch of different towns and we're talking about, get this, only desserts. You're watching Foodies, just desserts please. Hi everyone, I'm your host Tim Furlong. As I said, we're gonna tweak the Foodies formula just a little bit on this episode. My mom gave me permission to eat dessert first, so we are only eating dessert. We're not staying in one town like we usually do either. We're gonna go to a whole bunch of different towns and show you some great desserts, so chances are one of them are near you. But before we get started, we wanna talk about how this whole dessert thing got started anyway. The word dessert comes from the French word desservir, which means to unserve or clear the table of what has been served. Sweets date back to ancient times where desserts were fruits and nuts rolled into honey. Boring. The desserts we know today did not come into existence until the Middle Ages when the manufacturing of sugar came to be. However, back then only the affluent could afford desserts because sugar was so expensive. Over the years, advances in sugar production allowed for more reasonably priced and widespread distribution to reach consumers. Ice cream can date back to 3000 BC, if you can believe that. In some circles, it is considered the first dessert from our definition of desserts today. It really started as flavored ice, an invention of the Chinese. Bet you didn't know that. It eventually became ice cream, though no one seems really sure when that change exactly took place. Okay, some fun facts. 1381. First printed recipe for apple pie. 1700, eclairs come to be. 1740, cupcake recipes commonly written down. Things like marshmallows, licorice, and chocolate, all used differently than we think of them today. A marshmallow was actually a white flower from a plant with medicinal uses. Licorice, another medicinal plant, is actually related to other legumes like peas. However, it was used mostly to flavor drinks like beer. Cocoa beans, where we get our delicious chocolate, we brought them up from Mexico and Central America. They were used in a spicy drink with cinnamon because, as you may know, the cocoa bean is actually quite bitter. Hard to believe. And that right there is your little history on desserts. Okay, so now that you have some facts as to where desserts actually came from, it's time to dive right into some of this goodness. And where better to start than a diner? You know when you walk into a diner, you see these big mile-high desserts staring right back at you from the cases? Well, at the new Atco Diner, they take these desserts very, very seriously. One of our viewers turned us on to this place and we were not, I repeat, we were not disappointed.
New Atco Diner was established in 1965 by my parents. It's now 3 generations, myself being the second and my son being the third. We serve homemade food. We serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We offer all homemade from scratch. Pies such as banana cream, strawberry cream, coconut custard, pineapple cheese, just about anything you can think of, we make. We make the crust, we make the fillings, we make the whipped cream, homemade, nothing's out of a cake.
So good, you have to have a piece.
Dessert started with my grandmother. She started out making the pies. I took over and I ended up taking over basically her same recipes. So everything that is made today is the same as it was made in the 60s when we first opened.
We have a couple signature desserts. Pineapple cheese, banana cream. They're both pretty much neck and neck as far as people ordering that. Strawberry cream is another very popular one.
My favorite's the strawberry cream. It's a light pie. It's not really heavy. It's got a nice strawberry glaze on the inside, as well as fresh strawberries, and just complements it very well.
Some of them are seasonal because certain things are in certain times of year.
My grandfather, when he opened the place, had a segment that was serving you as our main dish, and still 40 some years into our business, we still try to keep to that motto.
Okay, next up, Divine Cakes. This cake studio is located in a 1700s historic home and can make you the cake of your dreams. I mean, some of these cakes could actually be artwork in a house, though how could you stop from eating it? I'm not sure. Anyway, they are all made fresh and they taste as good as they look. See for yourself.
Divine Cakes is a specialty baking business. We do custom cakes, special order. We customize to whatever the client wants. All of our items are baked from scratch. All of our fillings and icings are made from scratch, and they're made fresh. We do sculpted cakes, all kinds, whatever you can think of. We've done islands and cars.
Divine Cakes is most known for customized cakes. Most popular flavor being the classic yellow cake with our homemade buttercream.
We also do cupcakes, which are also very delicious.
Most popular flavor for that would be the red velvet with the dark chocolate frosting. And then we're also known for our cookies. We make sugar cookies or chocolate chip cookies or whatever flavor you'd like.
If you wanted a custom cookie for your event, whether you're a corporation or it's for your wedding favor or your bar or bat mitzvah, we will do that as well. Our clients are really everybody. We get brides and grooms, we have parents who want to throw a really amazing party for their child, and we come in with great ideas for cakes and things like that.
People come to us for their cakes and cupcakes because our designs are individualized, but what keeps them coming back is our flavors because they are to die for.
You feel that sugar kicking in? Yeah, me too, and you know what? I like it. So many more great places to show you those, so stick around. You're watching Foodies, Just Desserts. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Foodies Just Desserts. Our sugary adventures are taking us all over the place, and we have so many great places we can't wait to share. We're not going to share the desserts, we're stingy like that, but we are going to share these great locations. And our next stop is Spraga. It's over on the Avenue of the Arts in Center City. Yeah, great place. And the chef's Singapore Sling dessert helped them win Bravo's Top Chef. How cool is that? Let's go eat.
Spraga is a modern American restaurant, but not just that. It's a person, it's a family, it's a way of thinking as well. One thing that we do here differently is a 4-course prefix menu. So guests choose between 6 appetizers, then 6 fish, 6 meat, and then 6 dessert. So they really compose their own tasting menu, and it's pretty interesting. We run a gamut when it comes to desserts. My wife creates the desserts, and we kind of come together with it, whether it's something that we've seen somewhere else or a new flavor or a new taste. One of my favorite desserts, and I really believe it's a signature here, call it the mascarpone mousse. But it's really a play on tiramisu. So there's a mascarpone mousse, a chocolate cream, a chocolate streusel, a little coffee granita. I mean, it's awesome. There's different textures, different temperatures, a lot of different flavors. The dessert is amazing. Another one of my favorites is a banana passion, and it's a meringue that's filled with banana and passion fruit, a little bit of vanilla crumble. It's awesome. I mean, it's a favorite. Right now it's citrus season, so we have an awesome citrus fruit dessert. There's oranges, there's lemons in there, there's grapefruit, and it's set in this gelée made from its own juice. So here you have the fruit encased in its own juice, a little bit of vanilla ice cream, some fried noodles. The dessert is great. Too often you go out to eat, you have 1 or 2 great appetizers, you have an entree, and you kind of forget about dessert. The reason why we did a 4-course prefix menu is kind of forces people to pay attention to dessert and really get to enjoy it. That's one of the things people really enjoy about coming here. We're approachable. What we do here is modern American. It's comfort food raised to the next level, and they're just gonna have a good time.
Our next stop, Cupcakes Gourmet in Malvern. They have a great slogan, love tastes like this. Well, if that's the case, count me in.
Cupcakes Gourmet is more than just a cupcake bakery. It is an establishment and a local business that likes to be a part of people's celebrations. It is all about love and making people feel loved with what they see and what they taste. And we use the finest gourmet ingredients from around the world and locally to make our products really good. And so when people come here, they feel loved. Cupcakes Gourmet has 2 lines of cupcakes. We have the ganache line and the classics line. And so the ganache is a little bit more sophisticated. It's pretty much our classic cakes with or without dollops of our buttercreams, and then it's dipped in either Belgian dark chocolate ganache, white chocolate, or milk chocolate. And then the classic line, it's just a throwback of classics. You know, you've got the red velvet cake, which is our top seller, and it's our southern chocolate cake with cream cheese buttercream. Another top seller is our triple chocolate. So that is our signature Belgian dark chocolate cake with a dollop of milk chocolate buttercream, and then it's dipped in dark chocolate ganache. And it's topped with dark chocolate paillettes. So everything is just, it's an explosion of chocolate in your mouth. It's really good. I feel like just being alive and living is just worth celebrating. So life is worth celebrating, and why not celebrate with a cupcake?
All right, now we're here at Darling's Diner to check out the guy they call the Darling Chef. He allegedly makes some of the most killer cheesecakes, and this was one of them. But Shay, the producer, says I can't take a bite of this cheesecake until you get the camera off me. So here's an idea. Get the camera off me.
Darling's Diner is a 24-hour establishment in Northern Liberties, Philadelphia. We serve a full menu, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are famous for our wonderful food. Everybody says that we shouldn't call it a diner because it's so good. And we're famous for our homemade desserts, most notably my cheesecakes. We always have running about 12 or 13 wonderful gourmet varieties of my homemade cheesecake. The famous Bananas Foster cheesecake, winner of the Best of Philly Award for Philadelphia's Best Cheesecake, Belgian chocolate ganache, peanut butter silk, white chocolate raspberry, Bailey's Irish cream, just to name a few. I knew that to make it better than everybody else's cheesecakes and to make it just different enough that I was going to have to showcase the actual flavors of cream, showcase the flavors of vanilla, have the cream cheese play a factor, but where the cream cheese was not too sour or too loud, so you could actually taste the other flavors. Also, that the crusts would be made from cookies that we bake ourselves. We care very, very deeply about pleasing the customer. We get a tremendous feeling of satisfaction when we achieve that. That's where it all comes from. They can expect very good food. They can expect a great variety of options for their food. They can expect very good service, and if they get the cheesecake, they can expect the best cheesecake they've ever had in their life.
Yeah, this cheesecake is pretty unreal. But we need to take a commercial while I finish up my cheesecake. So go do what you need to do. Pause the DVR, take a jog, loosen the belt, drink some water, whatever. Just come back. So many more great desserts to show you on Foodies, Just Desserts.
The Foodies Chef Demo is sponsored by Borgata Hotel, Casino and Spa.
Welcome back to Foodies Just Desserts. We have so many more great sweet treats to show you. Next up, we're going to go to Fraser, Pennsylvania, to Oasis Living Cuisine. They make their own stone ground handmade chocolates and confections. We're talking chocolate bark, chocolate silk pie. You see where I'm going with this. And get this, you can have it all delivered right to your door. Take a look.
Oasis is healthy decadence. Oasis is a raw food cafe, a natural food cafe. We specialize in raw food. We provide a really cool assortment of food for people that have allergies, or they're into raw food, or they just want something that tastes good that's different from what they're normally eating. Some of our signature dishes are our deluxe chocolate granola bar. We also do an assortment of pies, and our two most popular ones are our white chocolate raspberry cheesecake and a key lime pie. The key lime pie and the white chocolate raspberry cheesecake are really unique in that they don't contain any dairy. The cheesecake is actually made with cashews, and the key lime pie is made with avocados and fresh lime juice. The deluxe chocolate granola bar, this bark is loaded with all kinds of gourmet ingredients like goji berries, apricots, sprouted almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, you name it. It's just covered with all kinds of great things. Anybody out there that's interested in coming in for lunch or grab a quick juice or a smoothie or a salad, come on in, bring a friend, try something new. Ask for samples. We always have something for you to try. I hope to see you soon.
This next place, yeah, I think you could call it a foodie's delight, with unique flavor pairings like Earl Grey tea ice cream, Meyer lemon bar and shortbread cookies, or warm Nutella crepes with roasted banana and tarragon. Yum! You're gonna have to give this place a try.
Majolica Restaurant is a 40-seat, dinner-only BYOB restaurant. Our desserts are all made from scratch. We don't purchase anything pre-made. Desserts typically are one of the most important aspects of the entire meal. First and last impressions always are the greatest, and you want to leave people feeling as if they've been not only satisfied but entertained. So we take a lot of time and respect in making our desserts. Some of our more popular desserts are Nutella pancakes, and we serve those with parsnip ice cream. The pairing of parsnip and hazelnut flavorings together is very popular. We take the common pairing of watermelon and goat cheese. We turn the goat cheese into sorbet and serve a composed dish of cured watermelon with goat cheese sorbet and fresh basil, black pepper, and a very fruity olive oil. That's very refreshing. We also do some unusual pairings. One that has caught my eye, the pairing of chocolate and beets together. One dessert that we've been very successful with here is a liquid center chocolate ganache cake. Probably all had it before. You dig your fork into it and the chocolate comes spilling out. And we pair that with candied beets, very sweet, yet they still retain that earthy note. My approach to desserts is entertainment, to give them a combination of ingredients that they may not have tried before, that'll leave them scratching their heads and thinking a little bit, and definitely remembering the experience that they just had at Majolica.
All right, it's time for another chef demo here at Borgata, and we are here with Thaddeus Dubois, who, aside from having a cool name, has the biggest, nastiest, most badass rolling pin you could ever have. This thing is awesome right here. This is about 90 pounds of power right there.
You better behave.
And you are the main pastry guy here at Borgata and at the Water Club. So if there's a pastry eaten in this building, this guy's stamp is on it. And what are we making today?
Well, today we're going to do a fresh fruit tart, which is seasonal for any time of the year. It's probably the most popular dessert on property, so I thought we would whip one out.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, well, what I got here, I have some sugar dough that I made. The recipe is online. It's very easy. Sugar, flour, and butter, a little bit of salt. It's cold right now, so I'm just going to take my hands and warm it up a little bit.
Now, for the average person at home, I mean, they could buy dough like this.
Yes,
I mean, you guys, everything obviously at Borgata and Water Club is made fresh.
We make everything, yes.
Sure, but for the person at home,
you can buy this in the store in sheets, actually, I think, or in a little brick, and so it's good. So the thing about rolling out dough is you want to keep turning it. If I don't turn it, it'll stick. So I'll move it, roll it. Now I'm just going to cut out a circle. You can do this with a cutter, but I'm just going to freeform it.
You freehanded it, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to put it into the shell here. And it's okay if it cracks a little bit. It's no big deal. Now I'm just going to take my knife around the edge here. There's the shell, and this is rice, okay? This is called blind bake. So we're going to set that in there. And then as the shell bakes, it's not going to shrink. Yeah, really? You can use rice or beans, because what will happen if you don't use it, the sides of the shell will sink to the bottom. This is a coffee filter, so coffee filters work great.
Cool.
They don't burn in the oven or anything. So this goes in the oven about 350 for about 10-15 minutes. Then you have that when you're finished. This is the cream. This is pastry cream. You can use whipped cream if you want.
And again, you can buy this.
You can buy this in the store. You can use whipped cream as a nice cream. I'm going to put it into a pastry bag. Put a little bit of cream in there.
How are you not like 900 pounds, by the way?
It's very difficult.
I was going to say.
Now, I'm not very particular. When I put the fruit on here, I just like to load it on there and fill it up. I just like a full look here. So there's our tart. Now, what I like to do at the end is I like to glaze it with an apricot or a clear gel. And what that does, it adds a little flavor, but it also gives it a nice shine. And I think it's really pretty. So real quick here. You have to dab it on. It's hard to brush because the surface is so rough here. So what I'm doing, I'm dabbing it.
That looks awesome.
And make sure you get all the fruit covered nice. You want it all to be shiny.
That is a nice gourmet,
and there you go,
relatively
fresh fruit tart.
Healthy dessert, and we love it. And if you would like the recipe for this fruit tart, it's pretty easy. You saw how he did it right there, but you can go to theborgata.com. Hey, welcome back to Foodies. Well, gang, we are in the final lap of this super sweet episode, but we still have a couple more places we want to tell you about. And I want to say up front, this next place, Columbia Bar and Grill, We did not pick them because they are huge fans of our show. That is a nice little sidebar though, and we do appreciate it. We picked them because they have freakishly good desserts like chocolate wonton, espresso cheesecake, gingerbread martinis. I mean, come on, you can't beat that.
Columbia Bar and Grill has been a staple in Phoenixville since 1893. We have so many different things, party rooms, the outdoor dining, live entertainment. We have so many rooms that there's something for everyone. When you come in here, you feel so comfortable. You feel like you're back in someone's home. I think there is something about this that it's so classic. We have great, interesting, old-fashioned classics, such as the strawberry shortcake that you really don't see too much anymore. The classic strawberry shortcake is ridiculously good. It has fresh whipped cream, fresh strawberries. It tastes as though you are eating something that is unearthly. You've never had anything that takes you back in time like the strawberry shortcake. And then we have an updated chocolate wonton that is really flying off the shelves, but the best is Ashley's favorite famous Death by Chocolate Martini. Go into the bar after dinner, relax, and that's a fabulous dessert. Columbia is classic American dining at its best. Casual, fine dining, fun. There's something that makes you so happy when you come here. You will be a friend for life.
Our final stop has been a cornerstone in the Philadelphia artisan baked goods community for 25 years. All those best of awards, they've pretty much won them all, and they are green certified, which means they don't use plastic bags, styrofoam, anything like that. They also use local ingredients, but let's cut it to the chase here. The reason we love them, their sweet treats are off the chart good. We're talking about the Night Kitchen Bakery. Let's go see for yourself.
The Night Kitchen Bakery is a full-service bakery cafe. We do everything from breakfast items to specialty cakes, wedding cakes, cookies, tarts, sandwiches. We offer roughly 60% cake and probably 40% cookies and bars. Most of our cookies and bars are sort of more home-style type desserts, like for example, jumbo chocolate chip cookies, oatmeal raisin bars, we do lemon bars, really just wholesome, good old American style cookies. As far as our cakes go, we do a more high-end, specialized kind of cake. Our signature cake that we make is our mocha mousse cake. It's a chocolate cake similar to a devil's food. It's extremely moist. We fill that with a chocolate mousse, which we make in-house, as well as we ice it with our chocolate mocha icing, and it's a long-standing favorite any time of year. Our signature cafe dessert is our apple cinnamon bread pudding. We make that with our challah that we make in-house as well. And it's a really delicious, fruity, dense bread pudding. We serve that with a caramel sauce, and it's excellent with a scoop of ice cream or gelato as well. If you're looking for something to try, a great place to get a cookie, a cool place to get a sandwich, your next fabulous birthday cake, come on down to the Night Kitchen Bakery, and you can really just get a taste for what we do there.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Foodies. I hope you've enjoyed our little sweet diversion today, and I hope you also check out some of these places. We meet so many great people when we do this show. We want you to go to their places. We want you to support them. We want you to tell them Tim Furlong from Foodies sent you. And of course, if you want to comment on any of these places, you can always hit me on Twitter @TFurlong. I'll catch you later, everyone. Thanks for watching. Good one.